Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz and I am very excited to welcome you to Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Personally, I've been really looking forward to recording this game for a long time now. And while I don't think veterans of the series will find anything new or particularly exciting with the game, the improvements to the controls and adjustments made to the AI work surprisingly well, and the fact that I can play this on the Switch with far fewer performance and frame rate issues than the Wii U has makes it basically a must-have for me. Plus, if you've been with the channel for a while, you'll know how much I absolutely adore these games. And yeah, I guess Hey Pikmin still has a weird little spot in my heart, if not only because it's only Pikmin. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with just a single player campaign mode. I did play this with Sarah, and for somebody who is not a fan of these RTS style games, she enjoyed it much more than I thought she would. So that might just go to show that if you've never played a Pikmin game, this might be the one to pick up. And it's definitely the most accessible. I highly recommend it, even on the Wii U, but we'll get into some of the differences later. For now, although I did complete the demo in its entirety about 6 or 7 times to unlock Ultra Spicy mode, to my understanding, it's not really going to be worth it for me, and unfortunately we will not be playing on this mode because the only real difference is that you can only have 60 Pikmin on the field at all times, and to me, I don't feel like that's the right type of difficulty for me. Like if enemies were more difficult or if you had a harder time crunch, I would understand, but having fewer Pikmin, I don't know, I would have to try it later. So I did not import my data, we're just starting with a clean file, and instead we'll be playing on hard, so let's get started.
Galactic date 20XX. At the far reaches of space lies a planet on the brink of ruin. The planet's name? Kopai. Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning, Kopai's inhabitants have all but exhausted their food supply. Their only hope is to find another planet with edible matter. Accordingly, they send unmanned scout vessels called Sparrows out into space. To their dismay, the search is proving fruitless. Just as they're about to give up, the final vessel reports back with news of a miraculous discovery. They mobilize to investigate the planet, which they name PNF 404. Kopai's last hope rests on 3 intrepid explorers. At last, the explorers' 279,000 light-year voyage nears its end. But as they initiate the landing sequence, something goes horribly wrong.
Super.
Whoa, where am I? The last thing I remember was... Oh, of course, this must be PNF 404. Indeed. Charlie to ship. Charlie to ship, do you copy? This is your captain. I repeat, do you copy? Hello? Anyone? There's no response. Where's my ship? My crew! Huh. That little jingle. So this is Captain Charlie. I managed to escape unscathed. But what about the rest of my crew? They could be anywhere on PNF 404. Gotta find Alf and Brittany. I only hope they survived. Indeed. So, thus begins the journey of a million steps. And it all starts with moving. So, yeah, this game actually has a very robust hint system. I would be extremely surprised if somebody could not beat this game while using the hints, because they're very handholdy, as is the nature of modern day Nintendo games. So we probably won't be using them, aside to show some of the more funny ones, such as the one for now. Keep moving ahead. Perfect. As if to add insult to injury, it will also give us a lovely little waypoint to show us exactly where we probably should go, which is nice because this game can seem pretty overwhelming initially, but it's not really that bad, and it's just turns out that, you know, exploring could be a whole lot of fun if we do it right. But it looks like they're everywhere, and if we try to proceed forward, these plants mushrooms are huge. Damn straight, man. But we approach this and good God, there's a gaggle of them. I seem to have wandered into a strange neighborhood, and I'm absolutely livid at that prospect. Oh boy. Oh, they've seen me. Uh-oh, stand still. Why are they coming closer? Alright, well, my whistle will certainly scare them off. Oh, wait a minute. I'm surrounded now. That didn't work. Alright, well, we try to throw them away, and not entirely the case. Oh boy. Guys? I'm not a big fan. They don't appear hostile. Dude, did you not just see what they did to those mushrooms? Alright, so let me get this straight. I can round them up by whistling at them and throw them with my hands. Perfect. Thank you for reminding me of what we literally just did. So, the radius for the whistle in this game is absolutely massive, and for better or worse, it definitely works in doing the job that you need to do. Throwing is pretty easy, and we'll get more into that a little bit later. So for now, let's gather them all back up, and maybe they can be of use. We can start by having them get started on getting rid of these mushrooms, and we can go collect their friends over here. And you'll see in the bottom right corner that we have two numbers, well, technically three. We have the squad, which is currently in our possession, and we also have the field, which is all of the Pikmin that are spawned on the field. And right now, we only have about half of them. And if we round these guys up, that'll be 20. Cool. So there should be about 10 more over here. But now the game is going to give us the opportunity to use the right thumbstick to control the camera, which is really good, and ZL to just center it behind you, which is good. So that's nice. I still think that the control configuration with the Wii mode and nunchuck is still the best, but you know what? The default for this is not that bad. It's pretty good, actually. So I think it translated very well, all things considered. But we'll just go ahead and do this, and just wait for him to destroy the hell out of these mushrooms. Look at them. Oh, man. So, destroying the mushrooms won't really do anything. They're mostly just obstructions, but we also will not be able to go through any of these crystals. So, if we even try, it's too hard to break. Better look for another route, and so they will not be able to do anything. As far as I know. Somebody's probably glitched their way over there or something, but let's head into the cave against our better judgment and contemplate life. These guys sure are dedicated. Yeah, you don't say. They seem really, really obsessed with us. It's like they want to eat us or something. Anyways, let's head forward and check it out. What are those? They look dangerous. These enemies you don't really have to worry too much about. They're called phospats, and they are actually really afraid of light, and it actually does damage to them. So we could try to kill these guys. It won't do anything because you don't get any sort of reward for it. They just are dead, and their eyeballs explode. But anytime they try to approach the light, their health will just start going down. So we want to be careful and make sure we don't get eaten, because that would be bad. And let's destroy the last one, because if we destroy all of them, it's a miracle. I'm alive and somehow unharmed. Just as the SS Drake was about to land, we lost control and had to make an emergency escape. During the chaos, I was separated from my other 2 team members as well as the ship itself. As the ship's engineer, it's up to me, to find both the SS Drake and my crew members. Alright, thusly begins our adventure as our second captain, and should we get the hint? Let's take it. Keep going, you may just encounter a rather curious creature. Oh, you don't say. Well, let's go and approach it and hope he doesn't kill us. What was that? Alright, well, let's continue and hear some strange noises. What's going on around here? It appears that the specimen I just spotted has company. Ooh, that looks awfully oniony. What's that stuck in the branch? Alright, well, since we have absolutely no knowledge of how these strange creatures work, we'll go ahead and whistle them up, lock onto it, and throw them. There we go. Set free. I was hoping that it was fruit, but it doesn't appear to be edible at all. Nevertheless, the red fellows seem quite pleased now that it's freed. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be looking for those 2 missing... Uh-oh. Oh, and for whatever reason, the game is just going to gently remind us how to use the camera. We're certainly going to need it now. So we've got 3 of these little red guys at our disposal, and should we decide that we want to head over here, check it out. Oh my goodness, it's our long-lost Wii U gamepad! My man, it's been a solid 7 years or so. But this is Alf's cop pad, and we can use it to locate the SS Drake. So I guess we should probably be trying to grab that, but unfortunately, the bridge is out. So we're gonna have to find a very convenient pile of tile to go ahead and get this job started. So the more Pikmin we have working on a task, obviously the faster it'll get completed. And unless that is your prime prerogative, I wouldn't recommend setting up every single one to do it because you'll end up having to re-deal with those Pikmin sooner than later. So what I recommend doing, especially in this game with 3 captains we're going to be cycling through, is the fact that we will... I forgot there's a 4th one back here. You will be able to just put like 4 or 5 Pikmin to a job, walk away, and by the time you're ready to get back to them, they'll be just about done. And really, task management is pretty massive in this game, and every time I play it, I do everything differently. And it's such a neat little replayability factor on just being able to redo your days and try to find quicker methods or more efficient ways to do things. It's just kind of a nice thing that I enjoy about this game more so than some of the earlier installments of the game, even though I still think Pikmin 2 reigns supreme overall. But once they bring everything over, they will return to the spot where you left them and just wait there idly for you. So we'll make sure to grab them so they don't feel lonely, and let's enjoy the falling of the bridge. Very nice. No, come back, you need to celebrate with us. There you go. So now that the bridge is complete, we can walk over here and claim our lovely prize. Yahoo! Ah, beautiful. And the fact I don't have to look down at a gamepad makes me all that much more excited. Great, it still works. Of course, I'd expect nothing less from Copiate Engineering. I'll check my surroundings by scrolling through the cop pad screen. So there is one thing that is kind of unfortunate about not having the Wii U gamepad, is the fact that you just have like this illustration of the terrain and the areas, and he wants me to follow the signal, which I guess I will. But if you use the Wii U gamepad to look in, you will actually be able to see in-game renders and not like just illustration. It's kind of cool, something I kind of wish you could toggle, but it's not a big omission. Anyways, the SS Drake is not that far. Maybe the other 2 members are there as well. So we will certainly head over there. But we are going to need to build our numbers a little bit. Yeah, with the help of the cop pad. Use the radar to check the map and the camera to take photos. Yes, we can actually take photos in this game. The only game where I think it actually really matters. So if we head over here, there we go. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at all those low resolution ground renders and things. So you can toggle flash and you can zoom in, you can focus. It's kind of adorable. It's good. But so there we go. Done. Oh yeah. So it'll be displayed on the world map. Whoops. Oh, also this game has like a like an achievement / badge system. So anytime we do something of importance, we'll be able to get a badge. And I will try to do most of that, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Now, over here, we have this giant cardboard box. We need 20 Pikmin in order to move it. But unfortunately, we are kind of lacking in that. So we're going to start by building up our numbers by bringing these pellets back to the onion. And by doing that, we are procreating. And it's a grand old time. Perfect. I think it's popping out some sort of sprouts. Yes, it is. Also, this guy is still working. Very nice. So, check it out. Our first born Pikmin of our own. And he's so happy to see us. Oh. Ah, I see. So this is how these little creatures propagate. How incredibly fascinating. Indeed. All right, so we can just press A to pluck them up, and life is good. So well, let's go ahead and build our forces, shall we? It's auto pluck, so you can just let Alf go, and then you'll be good. Although we are gonna wait for this next one to come down. There we go. Nice. Oh, red army. Perfect. But we only have 12, so we're gonna grab some more. If we head over here, you'll notice that there are our first type of real sort of enemies. These are called female shear grubs, and these actually cannot hurt your Pikmin, but the male versions can, so you want to be really careful when dealing with that. And they're going to start bringing them back to base, and they will only give us one new Pikmin, which is kind of unfortunate, but you know, it still works. Over here, this red pellet will give us 5, and if we manage to bring back a pellet of the same color of the Pikmin that is carrying it back, you'll actually get additional Pikmin sprouted from it. So you'll notice those 1 pellets gave us 2 Pikmin each. That's because of the color bonus, but you can't, there's nothing wrong with bringing back, you know, other colors with different colors. It just might bother some people. All right, so I guess we probably go help him. So what's really nice about this version is the charging mechanic. All you do is press X and you'll be able to send even more Pikmin to carry things back even quicker. So very nice. Now, even though we did bring back a red 5 pellet, for some reason this game only gives us 5 red Pikmin for it. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if that's a glitch or if that happens just naturally, but we have 21 now, so we're actually not doing too terribly. But we will definitely be back here sometime like 15 episodes from now, so remember that. And let's push. You guys can do it. Oh, look at him. Look at him just coming back to us. What should I do? But yeah, perfect. Ooh, what is this? Well, we should probably go and investigate. It looks like someone's left a data file here. Perhaps the cop pad will be able to read it. Alright, so Pikminology number 1. The onion is like a nest for the Pikmin. It both gives birth to them and provides them with shelter. Also, it takes life away. Alright, well, the cop pad can read the data file. So this is where we learn about the Pikmin. This information might come in handy later. Yes, exploration notes. So we'll be trying to find as many of these as we can, and a lot of them is just really basic information, but still good to know. And we will definitely be doing some exploring of the cop pad itself. Yeah, definitely wasn't Captain Charlie. He's not nearly literate enough. Yeah, there very well may be other intelligent life forms on this planet, for better or worse. So now that that's out of the way, let's keep on going this way. The radar says the Drake should be through this tunnel. Luckily, this one is fairly well lit. So, wow, those are massive. Indeed, they're not edible. And if you try to destroy them, I can't think of a real single instance where this is actually useful to, you know, break through them for whatever reason. I don't think there are any hidden data files or anything, so don't worry about it. Let's head over here for our first obstruction. That is not a tile bridge. Who built this wall? More signs of intelligent life? Well, this is where, you know, you'll be able to charge. And there we go. Very useful, very helpful, and something you will be using a lot. But now we just wait, and of course, the more Pikmin you have working at this, then the quicker it'll go down. My crew could learn a lot from this kind of teamwork. Wow, the shade, man. Alright, but for all intents and purposes, I think that's it for day one, to be completely honest. There it is! The SS Drake! The cop pad isn't picking up any signs of life in the immediate area. He looks so frustrated. Oh. What am I supposed to do now? Oh? Who is calling me? Alf, it's me, Brittany. Do you copy? Oh boy. Thank goodness. All right, well, she is alive, and we're with the Drake. Indeed. I made it to the landing in one piece. The thing is, I'm trapped somewhere. That's a lot of help. I'm starved. Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, we got cut off, but luckily she's not far. Yep, very thankful that she appears to be safe and sound. We'll see about that. Ooh, hello. What's that strange sound? The sun is setting, which could mean that nocturnal predators are starting to wake up. Ooh, spooky. Should probably get off the planet's surface for now. Yes, that sounds like a swell idea. At first I thought that might have been his stomach. Alright, but we made it, so let's get out of here. Most of the supplies we brought with us from Kopai were destroyed in the crash landing, unfortunately. So now we only have 3 days worth of edible provisions left. This is definitely going to be a driving factor for your exploration of these parts of the planet where we're going to need to find fruit to survive. But you really should never have to worry about it. This game is very cushiony with how it doles out its fruit, so it's not exactly as scary as it is until a certain point in the game, which we'll get into a little bit later. But there we have it, some new horizons, and we get a bit of an overlook of the day that we just had. Review the replay to fine-tune your strategy. Cool, so you can see that we will indeed have the continuation of the day cycle, and by the time sunset comes around, we're gonna have to get off the planet, and we will be able to see exactly how we did here. You'll notice that in a lot of these parts, it will just be a lot of me just standing around explaining something or looking at a cutscene or doing something else, but yeah, generally this is good just to kind of see what you've been doing, if you can make any improvements to your day, and otherwise it's just a really cool feature that I like a lot. So with that having been said and done, we also have badges, and I will try to get as many of these as I possibly can, but I've seen a full list of it and I don't think I'll be able to do it. But we'll give it a shot. But there we have it. Day 1 of Pikmin 3 Deluxe complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next time on the game, wait, why do I have 12 Pikmin? I thought I had 21, right? Weird. Hopefully that is not something I screwed up. Join me next time as we save Brittany and we find more fruit on our first area of the game. The tutorial ends here, folks. I'll see you guys then.